Oi. So, there's been a lot going on in the headlines, the news recently. Let's just talk about some of it, because it's pretty funny. So, for starters, The View or whatever, they're really, loud mouths. They like to talk about people as if they know them based on things they said. I think they promote the whole cancel culture type of mentality. Well, Whoopi Goldberg said something about the Holocaust, and what do you know? They're calling to cancel her. That's pretty fucking funny. Because who would have ever thought that cancel and Whoopi Goldberg would be in the same sentence? Now, Whoopi said something so insensitive. She said that the Holocaust was just not about race. Oh my goodness. In all honesty, saying that the Holocaust is not about race really was overblown in my opinion, because they're trying to make it seem like she said it in an anti-Semitic way, or in a way of trying to discredit them. But a lot of the time when you read the headlines and then you go look at what was actually said, you realize, okay, this is American media. They're just gonna do whatever they fucking can to get me to click on whatever website they want me to, or to watch whatever video they want me to. Now, with what Whoopi said, I can acknowledge that it's kind of ignorant, because while it wasn't so much about the race of the people that they were oppressing, whether it was gypsies, Jews, or any of the millions of people that they eradicated off the earth. While it wasn't about the race of the people they were persecuting, it was partially because they wanted there to be a pure Aryan bloodline, which kind of implies that they want their race to be superior. But it wasn't so much about targeting a single race and eradicating it, because genocide is the trying to eradicate a whole race of people off the earth, and it's kind of hard to argue that Hitler was trying to do that. I mean, you can say, yes, he had a lot of hatred for Jews. I'm not trying to say, forgive Hitler, because he wasn't only trying to kill Jews. I'm just saying, like, there were 6 million recorded Jews, and then there's a bunch of unrecorded deaths, like millions of them. But there were also tons of other groups that were being persecuted. So if we're just going to act like it was about the race of Jews, or the ethnic group of Jews, then that's kind of wrong. And it's just like, if you're gonna say she's wrong for saying it's about race, then you're kind of just as wrong for saying it's about being a Jew. There's a lot you can say about the Holocaust, but what she said was very ignorant. I can understand giving her a little break, but when you live by the sword, you die by the sword. So a lot of these people that are trying to hold moral high ground, we hear this quite often, but once you start to lose that moral high ground, all those people who were under you ready to turn on anyone that you viewed as wrong, they're going to turn on you. And this is this is perfect evidence of that. Next topic. Okay, so just like the Holocaust, Corona is leaving millions dead. Fuck. That I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Yeah, but so Corona, that's obviously the next topic. If you read what's on the screen, good for you. But I'll read it. Joe Rogan is what he is. Well, we in the media might want to spend more time thinking about why so many people trust him instead of us. If we're talking about Corona and controversy, Joe Rogan has been in the middle of that for a little minute now. I bet he's enjoying it, just reading all the headlines. I mean, some of the headlines he probably isn't enjoying because they're painting him as a really bad person, but hey, And the ones that are just ridiculous or outrageous, I bet they're pretty funny to see. But yeah, so it all started when Joe started doing hard drugs, horse dewormer to be exact. Now, ivermectin or something like that is actually not a horse dewormer, and they went back and forth, the Joe Rogan Experience and CNN, and I guess now that he has cleared his name of that, people just want to continue to berate him and target him for spreading COVID misinformation. That's his capital sin. Joe Rogan is going to hell, and he's going to hell for spreading COVID misinformation. Now that you see how polarizing a person becomes for speaking their mind about COVID, let's speak more about COVID. Also, if Spotify cancels the Joe Rogan podcast simply because all these other artists are trying to get him off the platform because he's spreading air quotations misinformation, it's ridiculous, and I will be canceling my subscription to Spotify. I'm just kidding. I don't even have a subscription to Spotify. Like, why would I watch Spotify podcasts? I want to see him talking to the person. I'm obviously going to use YouTube.
How long did you have to sit in that vestibule? How long were you in that vestibule?
Since 9.
You've been in that vestibule since 9 a.m.
Yes.
You sat right in here since 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Did they come to offer you a drink?
No.
Did they come to offer you food?
No.
Did you ask to use the bathroom?
Yes, but
You were denied that, correct?
Catch walked me outside.
What do you have you going out? What time is it right now?
1:41.
Say it louder.
1:41.
My daughter has been in here since 9 a.m. It is now 1:41 p.m. without access to food, water, or a bathroom. Let that be on public record. Let's go.
Stop recording. Let's just have a conversation.
Why would I stop recording
Let's
this?
just.
This is
have a
video
conversation.
evidence of what's happening.
You have no evidence. You don't even have a right to be here at this point, except to pick your daughter up and take her.
Why doesn't she have a right to be here?
I don't want to argue with you. I just want to show you. This was sent at 8:02. I've been dealing with your daughter since 7:30
Okay.
this morning. Okay.
Okay.
This is a dust storm.
Exactly. And I know
and
it
the
is.
dust is not settled yet, and you're making the problem worse.
If I did what that little girl did just so that I didn't have to go to class or go inside, like, my parents would not be coming to the school and getting me all happy talking about something. We're gonna go talk to them about this. I'm so glad that you didn't put on your mask. Let's take it to the man and tell him that you shouldn't have to wear your mask. Like, I just don't get it anymore. Where I guess we're gonna have a big decline in a lot of things that we just thought were like common. My mom would be like, Joelle, put on your motherfucking mask and go to class. But nah, that's just not real life anymore. First and foremost, I don't get the hassle of just putting on a fucking mask. You're saying, oh, if you comply, you're a sheep. I'm glad that my kid is being a leader and taking their own mind and not complying and being a sheep. It's those who stand up to tyranny that are true leaders and true heroes. Fucking wearing a mask is not some tyrant trying to force you to. I can understand saying that about, oh, I'm not getting a COVID vaccine. because you can't force me to put something in my body. And if I give you that power to force me to do something like that, then well, there's no going back after we give you the ability to. I can understand that. But a mask? Oh my fucking god. Like, holy fucking shit. How self-centered and entitled do you have to be to think that you're gonna hear some strange things in this next video, and then you're gonna be like, oh, I kind of get what he's saying.
If my school district goes masks optional, since people seem to be doing that now, I am putting every fucking mask I own on my face. If you do not have a mask on, do not come near me. I hate it. And nobody better try to mask shame me. If they're walking by and I have my masks on, do not say a damn word to me, because I will throw a child at you. I will pick up the first child that passes and I will throw them at you.
See, now, this video, well, that clip gave you two perspectives. One of the teacher, and then two of the poster or the editor or whoever runs Memology, the channel. They are very, they aren't afraid to show us what their opinion or their view is. Cool. Who gives a fuck? I'm just trying to show you the contrast. Because the teacher he says totally same behavior, like what the teacher is saying is crazy. But then you also have to acknowledge that what the teacher is saying isn't actually that crazy, and it's kind of just as crazy for you to say this is insanity and he's crazy and he's trying to be a tyrant and force us to wear a fucking mask over our face. Now, I just really don't like the idea that the mask is such an important thing. Like, if you're wearing a mask, okay, wear a mask. I hope you feel fucking healthy and safe forever. If you're not wearing a mask, fucking who gives a shit? They don't care about their own health. They don't care about the health of others. Whatever you want to imply. Maybe they don't like wearing a mask because it's uncomfortable. Who gives a shit? It's just a fucking mask. But that's just not enough. And so here we are with the next part of this clip to top it off and finish off the corona section of this video.
Soaring 85-degree temperature, restricted access to water, limited lunch breaks, escorts to separate bathrooms, no in-person learning, and threatened removal from Bible study. No, this is not a
soaring 85-degree temperature. Like, first, that's the first thing on the list. The fucking 85-degree weather. I live in Florida, and literally, like, half of the year it's like over fucking 100 degrees. You know what? Let's just do the vice versa. This winter has been relatively cold for Florida. The temperature's dropped low consistently, and it's, but 60 degrees, I'm literally, that's not freezing temperatures. It's not cold, Like, complaining about 60 degrees, like, okay, put on a jacket, put on some layers, and you'll get warm. Like, I just don't understand how you can complain about 85 degrees. Restricted access to water. Are you fucking kidding me? The access to water has always been limited. You think there's like a water fountain inside of every fucking classroom? Whenever you ask for water, the teacher will be like, yeah, just make sure you drink an amount that won't run up the school's water bill now. Bro, send your kid to school with a fucking water bottle. Lunch breaks, like, literally, the fact that she's complaining that they don't get to go on lunch whenever they want. or have fucking infinite amount of time to just be sitting around and eating. Like, there's always been a set amount of time for lunch, and I do not understand why you're acting like that's something new. And I'm pretty sure it's a good thing that they don't have to go to Bible study anymore. So now that we've got over the clips, the examples of the types of people during Corona, we got the angry anti-mask mob. We got the regular folks who are just waiting for this to be over, and they haven't left their house since fucking 2019. We got the weirdos who are really excited and happy to comply to mandates that really don't benefit them. We got the every gang, probably the one that is being most affected and negatively right now is the kids. I feel bad for all these kids. Their fucking parents are using them as tools to gain power in the political scene so they can run for governor next year or some shit. Or so that their moms can feel like powerful leaders that fought against tyranny in the PTA meetings. Well, that's about it for this video. I'm not going to add any more news just because it would start to get too long. But we went over Whoopi Goldberg getting canceled. We went over Joe Rogan getting canceled. And now we're canceling Corona. Honestly, someone please at Kim Jong-un and send him something rude or some shit. Something that will start a nuclear holocaust. Because honestly, I think it's time for us to just hit the reset button.